My topic for this speech is the difference between living in America versus living in Africa. Several thousands of people call Africa home and love it so much that they would never even consider living anywhere else. They love the beautiful country that they live in and the everyday life they have there. Not all countries live their lives the way we do each and every day. Many countries have different daily routines, just like we may not understand their way of life, they may not understand ours. Africa experiences poverty, starvation, and happiness. Though Africa is not as well developed as America, the people there are happy and don't know any other way of living. The people in Africa go through several of the same routines each and every day and love the life they live in Africa. The first big task each day for the women is to fetch water. The women start having their children do daily chores each morning at a young age. In most cases, families could not afford to send their children to school, but if they could, the children would walk to school after completing their daily chores. In America, we wake up just to get ourselves together and eat breakfast and drink the water that comes out of our refrigerators. We do not have to worry about waking up early before school each morning and doing chores. In America, all children have to receive an education, unlike in Africa, where not every child is given the opportunity to be given an education. We take that fact for granted that we can have an education. American children are created equal. Boys do not override girls, and all children are able to receive the same form of education. In Africa, 1 in 3 children does not go to school. 2/3 of the 40 million non-attenders are girls. Women are the backbone of Africa's rural economy. They grow at least 70% of food and are responsible for half the animal husbandry. Most of what women earn is spent on the household and children. In America, in most families, the man of the house is the backbone of the family and is the one who provides for the family. Men in America have the expectation to provide for the family instead of women. Though as we grow more and more as a society each day, that expectation lessens, and women have started having jobs that put them in the place to be the main provider for their families. Most men in America are very caring towards their families and want them to have the best and would give up something they want to provide for their families. Men in Africa spend a majority of what they make on themselves. They are very self-absorbed in Africa. In widowhood, African women lose their mere assets. This means all of their livestock and equipment, and this being how they make their money, most go into an even greater poverty than what they were in before. Many women go into a battle with their in-laws over the battle and lose all of the rights they had towards the land. In America, this does not happen as often because women are designated all of their husband's assets if they pass, unless otherwise stated in their wills. It is very uncommon in Africa that a widow is left with absolutely nothing after the passing of their husband, especially for their in-laws to take everything from them. In America, most families have created a strong bond with both sides of the family to where the in-laws would not want to leave the widow with nothing. They would want them to have what their husband wanted to leave for them. Most in-laws in America consider their children's new husband or wife to be another son or daughter in their lives. Most in-laws want the best for their children and their loved ones and would not do anything to hurt their families. There are many things in African culture that do not seem fair and are very different than the way we do things here in America. But it is all they know and all they are used to. Previously in this speech, the main points discussed were: women fetch water to start their day, women are the backbone of Africa's economy, and in widowhood, African women lose their mere assets. Not all countries live their lives the way we do each and every day. Many countries have different daily activities, routines, and just like we may not understand their way of life, they may not understand ours. Several thousands of people call Africa home and love it so much that they would never even consider living anywhere else. They love the beautiful country that they live in, and especially the life they have there.